Hello, everyone, and welcome. Why can't religions heal the world? Well, one of the biggest problems in the world today is organized religion. Organized religions have been around for thousands of years. They may have touched many individual lives, but in our collective society, it has changed very little. As a group, we are still dealing with the same problems. The problems of greed, anger, righteousness, inequality, violence, and war. Years and years of religious crusades are a prime example, during which millions of people were slaughtered mercilessly in the name of God. The root cause of the most of the political wars, even including World War I and World War II, is religion. Religion undoubtedly accounts for almost all of the killings on earth. The more a religion is well organized, the less is the possibility of its being a true religion. Truth, the goal of a true religion, by its very nature, cannot be organized. Truth means freedom, means love. To organize truth, freedom, or love is to kill it. Truth is alive when organization is only functional, loose. Organization makes the religion very tight, bureaucratic, hierarchical. Because of this kind of organization, it has become more a game of power politics than the flowering of religious qualities, the flowering of consciousness. True religion must be an inward step, an inward journey. But religion these days is about belonging to groups. That's all it is doing to people. Religions should have made people divine, but it is not even making them human. Religious fanatics are becoming like animals because the moment you belong to your group, you want to protect your group at any cost. That is a natural reaction within us. Once we are identified with a particular group, we are always a threat for another group. The moment the lines are crossed, it is a war. Religions are failing utterly to bring world peace and world harmony because of the following 5 faulty teachings or activities. The first one, separateness. Separateness from God, from freedom, from joy. God is life. God is love. God is the all. By definition, God is not separate and it does not need anything. But the religions teach that God needs something and it fails to get what it needs. And God separated you from it because you have not given it what it needs. They teach that God is vengeful and it will destroy you if you do not meet its requirements. Religions have done more to bind and shackle and restrict the human spirit, presenting long lists of rules and rituals about what one must and one must not do, must and must not wear, must and must not eat, must and must not think, must and must not enjoy. Indeed, some organized religions have encumbered many human joys with guilt by proclaiming that much of what you love is bad. Money is bad, power is bad, sex is bad, music and dancing is bad. In some places, even being seen is bad. It is a fact that the creation of anti-sex attitudes, below-sex attitudes, will provoke warring and fighting attitudes. Transcended sex, however, is not the same as anti-sex. So, go beyond or above sex. Do not stay below sex. They don't want violence, but they would allow you to watch violent movies, violent games, play violent games. They want love, but would not allow you to watch loving or romantic scenes. What kind of rationality is this? Almost all religions teach that this material world is made of suffering and we need to go to the spiritual world to enjoy everlasting happiness. Different religions prescribe different rules to get there, emphasizing or reinforcing separate views and separate paths. This divides and splits. But the fact remains that it is only in the physical world where dualities exist that you can realize yourself as the God, the infinite, and the peace or happiness. The realization is not possible in the spiritual world where there are no contraries, no dualities. How can we ignore this truth? You are here in the physical world to know and feel who you really are and demonstrate it. Second reason, inconsistent truths. Different religions have different understandings about the same subject. This will result in differences among religions. For example, reincarnation. Judaism, Islam, and Christianity do not believe in reincarnation. Buddhism, Jainism, and Hinduism believe in reincarnation. Even among the religions believing in reincarnation, their interpretations or theories are different. So, who is right? Similar is the case with other subjects such as idol worship, afterlife, creation, etc. Third reason, violence. War and killings remain the central part of few world religions. This kind of ideology brings warrior mentality and can never bring a closure to the violence that has been taking place within and among the nations for centuries. Fourth reason, superiority. If you had to belong to a particular religion to find God or to realize God, it would mean that God has a particular way or means by which you are required to come to it. The idea that there is only one right way, one right messenger, and one right book to return to God has caused more death and destruction, and therefore caused more people to run from God than any other single notion. This idea is unscientific as we do not ask who is the author of physics. There are thousands of scientists exploring thousands of paths. There is not one founder scientist. There is not one book of physics. And truth or God is much more complex subject than physics. It must entertain millions of ways to reach it. A religion is called mata in Sanskrit, meaning an opinion. Truth remaining eternal, religions must change and adapt to suit the prevailing conditions, knowledge and evolution of the society. That is why we have avatars, messengers, prophets, etc. at different times preaching different ways or opinions to attain to the same eternal truth. A true religion must be a way of life, must accommodate different paths to meet the needs and demands of the present society. Not to change with times is called fundamentalism, and most of the religions are fundamentalistic religions. God has no need to require anything of you because it has no need to receive anything from you. All paths lead to God. Some are less odious than the other. But all organized religions teach that theirs is the only true religion. They preach that their religion and their prophet is the only way to reach moksha or salvation. Whenever there is an assertion of superiority or ownership, only hatred is created. Fifth reason, conversion. All kinds of conversion are fanatic. All missionaries are simply businessmen. They are trying to enslave you, to destroy your freedom of thinking, freedom of inquiry. They want you to believe, they want you to become part of their politics of numbers. You need not force anybody towards religion or a set of beliefs. When the urge arises, it arises. It cannot be artificially created. Nobody can create an artificial urge. That is impossible. One comes to spiritual maturity and understanding when something has ripened within him, and then the search starts. Nobody can enforce it, but all the religions have tried to enforce it, and they have killed the very possibility of that urge, the very possibility of natural flowering. Natural flowering comes on its own. Spirituality is not concerned with the others. It is concerned with you. Spirituality is personal. It is not a social phenomenon. In fact, there cannot be any sociology of true religion. There can only be a psychology. True religion can only be one, just like science. Science of the inner dimension. You don't have a Mohammedan physics, a Hindu physics, a Christian physics. That would not make any sense. You are one in love. Love knows no dualism. Love is the experience of not knowing an apparent other as the other. When you truly love someone, help him, teach him. There is no need to convert him. Conversion means including him by excluding someone else. That is dualism, not oneness. not love. Love is that which is beyond condition, beyond limit, and beyond any need, and it seeks to damage or hurt no one. The purpose of true religion is to share joy and love. Conversion, therefore, defeats its own purpose. Bring awareness to others, not by conversion, but by example. Be the source of love in the lives of all others. A person who has not realized truth should never try to convert someone because he himself does not know. It is like the blind leading the blind. Belief can never lead a person to truth. In fact, belief hinders truth. Try to guide him to his inner truth, not by belief, but by showing or pointing him a way, a path. Individual path, individual investigation, individual inquiry is the only method. Why should one be a Buddhist? It is ugly. Be a Buddha if you can be, but don't be a Buddhist. A Buddhist, a believer, tries to adjust truth to himself. The seeker adjusts himself to the truth. A Buddhist believes, but a Buddha knows. And a person who knows, who has realized truth, will never try to convert anyone. There is no need then, because he sees everyone and everything else as himself. So, heal yourself first. Know yourself first. Love yourself first. Then, all is love. Thank you.